Hi, Sleep Trusters, and welcome to this week's episode of our little live session. Always a couple of minutes, always Sundays. And today I'm going to evolve with you the scary truth about insomnia. So if you are having poor sleep right now, you really want to stick in into today's episode. Um, my name's Michael. I'm a sleep coach. I'm the founder of Sleep Trust, and I'm doing this little live sessions always along with our podcast series that we do once a week. And in this week's episode, we're going to talk about insomnia, or in the next couple of episodes too. But we're going to start off with the scary truth about insomnia. So, if you're tuning in, just drop me a comment. I really love that when you kind of tell me what your name is and where you're from. That makes it a little bit more personal. And I think this is a very personal podcast. It's a very personal community. So share this with me. And if you have any kind of questions, just drop it into the comments. I'll not be able to answer them in this live session, or at least probably not, but I will come back to you afterwards. So it's always good to drop a comment and to kind of ask your questions. That's what I'm here for. So, yeah, when we're coming to the topic, uh, the scary truth about insomnia, it's about mindset, it's about words. In the beginning was the Word. This is a very famous phrase out of the Bible. And this is not a religious podcast, it's nothing to do with religion. But what I find to be interesting here is that it's about creation. So in the beginning was the world, a word, and then kind of the world got created and everything around it got created. So words are there, are at the core of what we create. So it is super powerful to have words. We all need words to be able to communicate. And as we want to communicate effectively, efficiently, it's good to have a whole portfolio of words when it comes to anything we want to discuss and to dig into deeper. So it makes perfect sense to have a word like insomnia. But let's just think about what happens when we now have this word called insomnia. So we're not talking about, you are having a bad sleep or the other way around. I want to improve my sleep. Now we're talking about insomnia. And to show you what I mean, I just want to step into Google. I'm trying this the first time, so I hope it will work. Oh, that looks good. So I hope you can see my browser now. And let's just ask Google, is insomnia? And the first thing that you will see is insomnia a disease? So of course we want to know that. Okay, we click in there. Is insomnia an illness? Oh my God, look at that. Number 4, is insomnia a sign of cancer? So you go down that ladder, is it a sign of a brain tumor? Oh my God. And now we're starting to freak out. You might not sit in front of your computer and kind of completely blast away, but if you read articles like this, fear starts to build up, and fear builds up pressure. I could go down this route even longer. I won't. I love the internet. I love information. I think words are super powerful to communicate, but we should be aware what we're doing when we're going this route. So it is much more powerful to find a way to keep positive when we're working on our insomnia. So we have a bad sleep. We may be having this for a long time, and it may be good to have a name like insomnia for that. But if you want to improve your sleep, you should get your mindset into the direction of where you're heading. So if you're thinking too much about insomnia, you will probably get more of that, what you're asking for, kind of indirectly, because our unconscious can't work with negatives. This little test, don't think of a pink elephant. So the first thing you do is to think about a pink elephant and then to try to not think about it. It's just super tricky. So we want to keep positive and head to our goal. This is why we in Sleep Trust kind of use insomnia too. We're doing this episode and we've got a program built around insomnia that's going to launch. But when you dig into the programs or look at all our podcasts, It's all about improving sleep. So you want to really see how you can improve your sleep, how you can fall asleep faster, how you can get deeper sleep, wake up more refreshed. So you really want to turn this into the positive and use powerful words to empower what you really want. And that way Google can be a big helper. If you search positive things, then you will find a lot. The other thing about Google is, of course, you will find tons of information, and it is good. I personally feel so lucky, thankful, grateful every day that we have things like Google out there and Facebook to share things with others, to communicate, to collaborate. Um, but at some point, it's just good to find a trusted source. Like I believe Sleeptrust is one of the most trustful sources out there when it comes to sleep, and to follow what these people tell you. There are other trustful sources too, the National Sleep Foundation, other people who are doing really good courses to help you improve your sleep quality, and to follow these routes because there are people really caring for you and got their head around all that information. And, as doing the Sleep Trust work every day, looking at studies, it really gets confusing at points. You even find studies saying the opposite to the same topic. So you want to find trustful sources and follow them and really take a shortcut to good sleep. And never believe anything without thinking about it. So I don't want you to take things that I give you and not think about them and just do them. Think about every single sip. Think about if this makes sense for you. And if it does, I'm super happy to have helped you if you adapt and do this. And if you find come to the conclusion that something else will help you better, that's fine too. I really want you to think about everything that not only we say, but other people put out there too, because that's the only way you can take responsibility and kind of gain your sleep trust the fastest way, and that's my biggest goal. So, I think with that, I'm going to close this session already, keep it short. Um, Please consider, because these lives always go along with a podcast, to check our website. You will, if you type in sleeptrust.eu, you will find our website and you can kind of check our podcast. You'll see the show notes to this week's episode too. They're quite interesting. Of course, we try to put in as much value as we can into every single week's topic to really help you to improve your sleep trust. And until then, I wish you a lovely Sunday and, of course, a superb sleep.